Welcome lads! Today's video, a little bit different. This isn't gaming, this is real life football. I'm going to give my opinions and thoughts on this weekend's football, mainly the Premier League. Starting out with the first game of the weekend at the Emirates, Arsenal 4, Liverpool 1. All the talk going into this game was all about Mr. Sterling. He did that BBC interview that was not sanctioned by Liverpool. He's calling himself not a money grabber, 20-year-old, but doesn't want 100 grand a year. And he wants to it seems like he wants to leave and chase titles. And, I think he's nuts, honestly. I think he's not developed, he's not Luis Suarez. He ain't going for 75 million. I mean, even though there's some people saying Hurricane should be going for 100 million, they're kind of nuts. But Hurricane scored 29 goals this season. So, anyways, back to the game, though. Arsenal just started out with a bang. Mingele made an amazing save right off the bat. And then Liverpool should have scored. That pass to Markovic to Sterling, that should have happened. That should have been a goal. But that didn't go in, and it was all downhill from there, Bellerin, the new CDM for Arsenal, just came in, scored, and then Ozil scored an absolute amazing free kick. And then Sanchez. Where would Arsenal be without Sanchez? Scored an absolute fucking cracker from outside the box. There were some amazing goals this weekend. Honestly, compared to what really happened for the rest of the games, that Sanchez goal wasn't really that good. 3-0 at half-time, it was just solid, and then, they got one back. They got a penalty. They lost 4-1 in the end. Giroud scored an absolute peach of a goal. But, that was just the thing. Emre Can got sent off. Just a complete moment of madness. Anyways, moving on to the next game. Everton 1, Southampton 0. I was quite shocked with this result. I did not see this ending in an Everton win. I was expecting a draw, maybe even a Southampton win. No, Southampton just have been a really good season, and Everton just have not been. They've been playing in the Europa League, a lot of travelling. But you could say that now the Europa League has ended for them, they've been able to just concentrate on the league, and their true quality came out. I mean, they were great last season. Now, moving on to this Leicester-West Ham game. I was moderately shocked. But when you look at it and you look at what West Ham is playing for right now, maybe it wasn't as shocking. West Ham have had an amazing season for their standards. I mean, they were in the top 4. There was even talk that maybe they could get the top 4. I was never really buying it. I never thought their squad was good enough in the 38-game season. But at this point, they got like 42, 44 points, somewhere around there. They're not playing for anything. They're not getting relegated. They're not making Europe. There's quite a few clubs are at that point. And they're playing a team like Leicester who are fighting for their lives in the Premier League. So this wasn't a shocking performance by West Ham of any nature. I mean, it was quite a close game, but wasn't really too surprised that Leicester won. And you look at it in that sense. I mean, if West Ham were actually playing for something, I think West Ham are definitely a superior team. Now, moving on to Manchester versus Villa at Old Trafford. Manchester United won 3-1. Rooney scored an amazing goal. United have been a really weird team this year. I mean, their lineup now, Di Maria and Falcao are not playing. Fellaini is a god. And Herrera's finally shown that he's a pretty good signing. But United just keep winning. And, people keep saying, when they play someone good, but they play good teams and it all goes downhill. Like that game against Arsenal, last year I think it was? Well, this season, but I think it was last year. They won 2-0. They played absolutely awfully, but they keep winning. They got that Manchester United never say die attitude back, I feel. And they just keep winning. I mean, they could easily get second. I think they're definitely going to get top 4. They're definitely going to be back in the Champions League next season. And who knows who they're going to buy. I'm hearing Hummels. I'm hearing all sorts of crap. Anyway, moving on to Swansea versus Hull. Swansea won 3-1. Now, I'm in the belief that Swansea are a good team. Now, I will say, before we go into what I thought of the game, Gomez scored an absolute peach of a goal. Swansea, good team, good Premier League team. They're another one to they're safe. Home win against Hull. Hull really aren't cutting it this season. They're kind of crap. Anyways, moving on to the next game, West Brom versus Queen Park Rangers. Yes, you're reading that right. West Brom 1, Queen Park Rangers 4. Joey Barton was scoring. Joey Barton. Zamora scored an amazing goal. I didn't even know Zamora could score goals. But Queen Park Rangers are kind of in the same situation as Leicester. They need to start winning games now, or they're going down to the Championship. They can't be drawing or losing really any more games. Who knows what might happen. I have a feeling they're going to get out. I think QPR will do it. Now, moving on to the late kickoff on Saturday. Chelsea versus Stoke. 2-1 Chelsea. Diego Costa got injured, and who knows how long he'll be out. But that's really not the headline from this game. The headline is Charlie Adam with his not just halfway line shot. He was literally in his own half. And I have to agree with him when he said that it would have been better if Courtois hadn't hit it, because it really would have. I mean, it would have looked absolutely amazing. But what the hell? Frankly, to have the tenacity to try something like that is pretty impressive. But for it actually to go in, I guarantee you Courtois is never going to have that go off his line. I mean, the ultimate humiliation to be scored from that far away. Think if that had cost Chelsea points. I mean, eventually Remy finally got a game. Liverpool deciding not to sign Remy. And they got Balotelli. He's played like 3 Premier League games. He's got 2 goals. 2 important goals too. Oh, God. So funny. But Eden Hazard had an amazing game. People want to, crown Hurricane as player of the year. But, Chelsea, where would Chelsea be without Eden Hazard? He runs the fucking show. Him and Fabregas are the best players for Chelsea. Costa scores lots of goals. He's a great finisher, but he is not a player more of like, he's not an Aguero who will create goals. He finishes goals. He needs someone to give him the service, and when he gets the service, he will score goals. Now, moving on to the Sunday games, Burnley versus Tottenham. Drab draw, boring, no goals. There was also this hype coming through Tottenham with their 3 English players, Mason, Hurricane, and Townsend, but it was just, Tottenham had a sliver of hope to get top 4, but now with that draw, I think they're dead. I think their top 4 is kind of set at this point, just the order. I personally think it will be Chelsea, Arsenal, United, City. I think City are having a fundamental problem right now. I think if Liverpool would really step their game up, I think City might have dropped out of the top 4, but Liverpool are having more mares than City. And the last game, Sunderland, Newcastle United. This game means so much for the lads up there, but what a goal by Defoe. Sunderland have an amazing record in this game. Even though they haven't been as good as United in the league, United have always been ahead of them in the league, but this game seems to spear them to stay in the Premier League. Not only are they beating their top rivals, this game normally gives them the motivation and the confidence to stay in the Premier League. You had last year, you had Gus Poyet. The year before, you had Di Canio. It's just these crazy managers, these crazy games. And just Defoe, mate. Defoe scoring amazing goals. I mean, this weekend, the goals were incredible. You got Gomes, you got Rooney, you got Adam, you got Zamora, now you had Defoe. It's mental. And Sanchez's goal wasn't that bad. And Giroud's. Anyway, those are my thoughts on this weekend's Premier League. Drop a like, drop a comment. What games did you watch? What did you think of it all? Do you think the title's done? Are Chelsea going to get it, or are they going to slip up? I mean, they'd have to lose 3 games for Arsenal or City or United, because they're all kind of there to catch them. Do you think it's too late for them, or do you think Chelsea are going to slip up? I mean, Costa is injured. Chelsea have had trouble scoring goals without Costa. Anyways, catch me on Twitter, AN92, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.